Hello, good morning. How's everybody? This is Maggie coming with your November readings for Scorpio. I'm starting off with Scorpio first because it is November, my birthday month. Duh. So that's just what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm doing the readings on November 3rd because this is my way of kind of focusing my anxious energy into something positive. So hopefully this video will get uploaded on November 3rd because I'm gonna do everybody today. So if it does, or rather it doesn't or not, I just want to show y'all an example of how you can take your anxious energy and put it towards something positive. So whenever you hear somebody mention something about transmutation, that means just taking some negative one energy and transferring it to something else. It's just a simple example of physics. Okay. Now, if you ask me anything else about physics, I got an A in a class in high school, but that was like 22 years ago. So I don't know anything, serious, but I remember that at least. All right, so guys, let's just hop right into it. I'm gonna do a Celtic Cross. I'm going to start with the Wizard's Tarot deck. I didn't do a review on this one yet, but I will soon. Okay, if you haven't seen any of the reviews that I did lately, I'm going to put a card up above. Make sure you do go check it out. One that I definitely did recently that I love for sure is the Edgar Allan Poe deck. I'm just not using it this time because that's what I'm not getting a feel for. All right, so Spirit, tell me what's going on for the month of November for Scorpio. What's going on during the month of November for Scorpio? All right, let me move my coffee out the way. One more good shuffle. And then let's just see what we got. Okay. All right, Scorpios, we starting off with the Three of Swords in reverse. So you're getting over some pain, some heartache, some things that weren't working out as you want. And it's definitely for sure because you have the Six of Wands crossing. So if anybody broke your heart or something didn't work out, you got a hard truth that came at you and cut you kind of deep, you're in that Phoenix rising energy. That's just what Scorpios do. Okay, so that's not new to you, but the reason why it's working out in your favor is because in your foundation you have the Justice card. So it's fair, it's honest, it's what's supposed to happen. And in your past you have a Knight of Cups, so this could be in reference to love or just a contract that you just recently signed. So and just looking at the card coming across, you're going from the Knight of Cups to a broken heart that you're healing from. And then you have the Emperor card right here, Aries energy. So if it's in reference to love, whatever this person in your past wasn't, they were a nice starting point. I kind of get the feeling like they made you recognize that you deserve love, and now you're moving on to the real thing. Here comes the love that you want. You have control over your emotions now. Okay, you know for sure what you want. Or if it's a business contract or something along that lines, then you, especially with the sun beaming off of that that wand right there, you are definitely just stepping into your energy and knowing. So it started from a spark all the way to a fire coming at you. So now it's like you know for sure what you want. You know what your goal is. You figured out how to get to it. And what's crowning you is the Hermit in reverse. I'm sorry that the cards are coming up kind of dark, but and with it being reversed, I just feel like it's just time for you to stop hiding and realize that you're doing what you're meant to do. You're where you're supposed to be right now. Okay, so if you Whatever you had that was stopping you before, or mishaps or any self-sabotage things that you used to do, you're like, okay, I don't want to hurt myself anymore. So you're looking at it from a different perspective. Instead of being a glass half empty, you're looking at it a glass half full. And you're ready to move forward. Now, where you're at right now is the Ace of Swords. And it's in reverse, but I'm feeling like this is more of you self-sabotaging, and you just don't want to do it anymore. And the environment is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's just giving me the feeling like you've learned your lesson. You looked at and you saw that what you was doing just ain't working anymore. It's like I just got the image in my head. It's like you don't want to keep doing the same thing. You know how with the puppy chasing his tail over again, or looking into your, when you look into your purse for something, and instead of you just opening up and looking down into the purse to see what you want, you just steady digging blindly, wasting time. Or instead of you drop the remote in the bed, and instead of you just getting out of the bed to grab it, you want to halfway lean out the bed, almost break your ankle trying to get to it. You just don't want to make things difficult for yourself anymore. You can't blame it on nobody else. Everything is on you, the mistakes that you're making. All right. In your hopes and fears, you have the Hierophant. So you will have some help coming your way to make sure that you stay in line. You just want to walk the walk. You don't want to preach anymore. You don't want to see everybody else moving forward, and you don't. Okay. And in the final outcome, I have the Seven of Swords, and I just see that that's just you moving in secret. So don't and everybody will know your accomplishments as you go. You are grabbing your resources, everything that you need, and then you're just moving forward. You don't have to really tell everybody what you're doing, because sometimes people will just think the worst of it. Like, okay, you're right. You said you was. I'm gonna use myself for example. Okay, 1 minute I said I wanted to do roller derby, and I got the skates and everything, and I practiced, but I fell and I jacked up my ankle, so I wasn't going to do that anymore. And I'm always into something, but right now with tarot and doing readings, I feel like this is definitely my element. I even feel like I was running away from this, but now that I've gotten into it and I've been doing it for at least a year, I'm gaining confidence in it, and I'm just jumping head first into this. And if anybody sees this that I know and they have something to say about it, I don't care. And my family and people who are family that I call family and catch this, they know I'm always been this type of person. That knows how to, I always had the sight, whatever you want to call it. It just is now I have a tool to use. I have cards to use to do it. So it's really no big deal to them. Okay, so let's get some clarification. I'm gonna use the Twin Flame Journey Oracle deck by Mystic Moon Oracles. I'm going to do a review on this as well. Now, these you won't find on Amazon. The Rizz's Tarot you can find on Amazon, but these are on Etsy. This is an independent deck creator. Okay, I have so many of her decks, it's ridiculous. I'm trying my best not to buy anymore. I'm not going to buy any more of your decks, Mystic Moon, until 2021. That's what I'm promising myself. Okay, although my mind, spirit just told me that I made for Christmas. I guess spirit knows me. All right, we have healing. So you went through the healing process. And if you haven't, I suggest you do some chakra meditation. They have 5-minute videos for free on YouTube, 15-minute, an hour. You can fall asleep to them if you want to, okay? And you can find a meditation video for just about anything on YouTube, okay? So if you don't want to buy a subscription to a meditation app, you got a phone, YouTube is free, okay? All right, so let's see. Anything else, Spirit? Whoop. Okay. We have fall. So be on the lookout for change coming, I think, from now until December. Because fall is just about up. I mean, in Louisiana, I feel like we only have 2 seasons. Summer and winter. And then everything else in between. Okay? Hot or cold. So, maybe you're getting revelation on this right now. Maybe this could be spirit also telling you to get to moving on it right now. I had a card fall. I normally don't pick them up, but I'm getting the feeling that now I should. Communication. So be on the lookout for signs in your dreams. Talk to people. Start texting and calling your friends and getting that support system that you need. Talk to a financial advisor if you need to. Anything else? Spirit. What's this? Third party. Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so the third party. What is that about? Spirit? I guess if you're in a third party relationship, you have to decide between the Knight of Cups, the Romancer, the Casanova, or the Emperor. The one who's have their stuff together, very assured, confident, maybe a little over aggressive, probably doesn't really want to have your input in anything, like talking about it. But if I'm not telling you who you're going to choose, but I feel like these are the 2 people that you have to choose from. The logic or the romance. Which one is more important to you in the situation, okay? If you're in a third party situation. But I want to be nosy. So I'm going to grab the Classic Tarot deck by Llewellyn and see what this is about. Tell me about the third party. 2 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, you got a decision to make, okay? Put your feelings in a corner somewhere and figure out what's going on. So somebody is have some decisions to make if they're involved in, and I do feel like you're in the middle. You're deciding between the 2. You are the player in this situation. It's time for you to be honest. You have the 7 of Wands. It's time for you to stand up for yourself. And I know this is a decision that you probably were avoiding for the most part. And I almost want to say be on the lookout for confrontation happening about this. But as soon as you make this decision with this World card coming out, it's time for you. It's a decision that you have to make so you can move forward. All right. You can't juggle these 2 people anymore. Scorpio. Okay. So something's going to happen until where everything is going to come out in the open. Especially with this communication card. Maybe a text is going to come out of somewhere. A secret is going to come out with this High Priestess in reverse. And then a Strength card. You're going to have a weak moment. And you're just going to slip up on your game. You're going to think that you're getting over and you're not. Okay. So yeah, with this King of Cups and the Page of Cups that just came out. So that sounds like you really thought that you was like in control of your emotions, but when maybe you sent the text to the wrong person, or you sent the DM to the wrong person. Scorpio. Ciao. And it's going to keep you up at night because you always thinking that you got the best of everybody with this 9 of Cups in reverse. But then you realize you slipped up and it's like, damn, now how am I play this off? I'm here to tell you, baby, you can't. You're going to have to make a decision. I'm sorry. So, you got 2 scenarios here. The main message is you have a main message and then you got like a side note. So, self-sabotaging is no longer the game for you. You're about to do your shadow work and figure out mistakes that you're making and heal, do some meditation, and you're going to decide, okay, I got an idea and now I'm going to move forward with it into bigger, better things. And then this move that you make during November is going to open a door for you to be in control of everything as you are meant to be. Okay. You be on the lookout for a mentor come in, or keep yourself focused. You can never learn too much, and just do things in secret. The more that you keep to yourself, the more you get closer to the dream that you have for yourself. Okay. And if you're in a third party relationship, my darling, it's time for you to make a decision. Okay, baby girl, baby boy, my boo. Okay, it's time for you to you can't finesse your way out of this one. All right, or if you still want to keep this going, I suggest you double check before you hit that send button. Okay, so the final outcome card, I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Spirit Animal deck, which I'm going to do a review on soon too. That's this one. Okay, so those are next on my to-do list for my reviews. I had this deck for a long time. I just haven't used it because I keep buying them. Okay, so now let's see what animal energy are we in for November for Scorpio. What animal energy are we in? All right, is there a 1? Is there a 1? Oh, you got 2. Okay, we have the butterfly and oyster. Okay, so it's time for you to break out of that shell, come out of that cocoon. No more hibernating. I'm gonna read it to you. Let's see whichever one I get to first, and it's the butterfly. Transformation. Okay, you know we know how to do that. Undergoing great change and transformation. This one is for the main reading. Now, I feel like the energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, committing to one daily routine, a meal, a practice, or prayer, done at the same time and place, will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. So when you're in balance with the butterfly spirit, you're cheerful and graceful, and when you're out of balance, you're just fragile and frustrating. But to bring yourself in balance, you have to create a daily routine. So find one thing as you break yourself out of this self-sabotage feeling or energy that you have. Find one thing that keeps you in check all the time. Okay, so like for myself, I'm going to make sure that I always post on my Instagram page. I kind of let that go, and I think because I let that slide, I slacked up on that, it caused me to not really check in with spirit all the time. So I'm going to go back to posting on my Instagram page, Magnolia Empress, one word. And so then that way I can check in. It forces me to do a meditation and then, you know, just keep up with it. All right. And make sure that my spirit's in check. Because if my insides ain't right, my outsides is going to be jacked up as well. Okay. And let's look at the oyster, which is water. All right. So oyster, this third party. Patient, secret keeper, hiding inner treasures. The focus and determination of the oyster is unmatched. Anything an oyster personality puts their mind to, they achieve with grace and charm. The only problem is, oyster types often take their inner gifts for granted. They become shy or doubtful, and this can lead to withdrawing or protecting their deepest desires in life's work. When the oyster card appears, it's important to reveal your inner treasures. What is it you've been hesitant to share? The world is waiting to see. So when you're in balance with your oyster spirit, you feel blessed, generous, and masterful. When you're out of balance, you're reluctant, you're griping, and you clam up. But to bring it into balance, you need to share something. So again, that goes with me. These two go hand in hand, okay? So if you're going through a transformation process right now, it's time for you. It'll help you to open up, find your circle of friends, find you a daily routine that stops you from hiding out. Because, that is me altogether. I'm a Cancer rising, so I love my family, but at the same time, I love my quiet time. But I have to do, as much as I feel like I'm an introvert, I need that interaction, and it's not fair for me to suffocate my boo always being in his face all the time whenever I need some interaction. So I got to you can't just keep it all on one person. It could get annoying. So you have to kind of open up and realize you have friends and other people that you can be around. Okay, so Instagram, social media, that's what it's there for. It's not there for us to expose people all the time. It's not there for us to cause confusion in other people's lives. It's there for you to express how you feel and communicate with others and have conversations that's uplifting for each other, okay? And maybe that's what we need to work on, bringing that light back into social media, because it is so dark these days. It is ridiculous. So I thought the oyster was going to be about the third party, because I got the picture of like somebody open up trying to give somebody the pearl, but you slamming shut. But yeah, maybe if it could be about a third party, because it's time for you to decide on who you can be your best you with. Okay, maybe that's the decision. That's who you need to choose. Okay, but I'm rambling right now, so be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Please check out my Instagram, magnoliaempress. I'm gonna have the information probably in one of these corners somewhere. And feel free to contact me if you would like a reading as well, okay? Because my schedule is open and ready for you guys. All right, so that's it for Scorpios. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay, bye bye.